What's up everybody, welcome to the channel. My name's Taylor and today we're going to take a look at the EVH5153 Stealth 100 watt. So recently I made a post about this amp in the Facebook group Chug Life and a lot of you had some really good recommendations. We're going to get to all of those recommendations, but first we're just going to play around with this amp and familiarize ourselves with it, myself with it, a little bit first. We're just going to go through channel by channel, dial in the settings. Everything on this amp is at noon right now. We are on the green channel and I gotta turn it on. I gotta go to the back of it because the power switch is on the back. They have so many knobs up front, they had to move a bunch of knobs to the back as well, so. All right, let's turn this guy on here. Dude, this amp is loud. Look at how low I have this volume. I barely have the volume on and it is already pushing acceptable volume limits for me sitting right next to it without any ear protection in. Let's turn it up just a hair. It is so loud. I don't even think I'm on one yet. I don't even think I'm on one and it is like vibrating the floor next to me. The green channel sounds pretty good, man. Here, let's dial back the gain and see if we can get a clean sound out of this. By the way, the only thing in this signal chain right now is the NS2, and also I just want to mention how big this amp is. I mean, this is an oversized Mesa cab, and it takes up the whole top of the cab. Now, I'm not only capturing the signal that's coming out of the cabinet with an SM57 down here, but I'm also capturing it with this 2 notes torpedo, which I usually do just in case something happens, like if I kick the microphone or something like that. And also, it's just kind of fun to like throw some IRs in there in post and play around with some different sounds. Normally, when I use the torpedo, it is behind the amplifier, out of sight of the camera, but I can't do that. This amp is too big. It takes up all the space on top of this oversized recto cabinet, and it's also very, very heavy. So maybe that's interesting to you. Keep those things in mind, but that's what's going on here with this stuff. I mean, can I just get it barely? Let's do something like that. And then we have 3 presence knobs and the resonance knobs are on the back of this. So this amp does have resonance controls. I'm sure a lot of you will be looking for those. The resonance controls are at noon on the back of this amplifier. There's one for each channel. So let's just boost the channel 1 presence. It is not the cleanest, most chimey sound in the world, but it's a 5150. What are you gonna do? Let's go to the next channel here, which is the blue channel. It sounds very similar, to me at least, to my block ladder 5150 back there. Let's dial it in a little bit. Pretty ripping blue channel there, a little bit more mid-focused and maybe a little bit more gain than the traditional 5150, but voiced pretty similarly. Let's go to the red channel. This is what I like to do on my 5150. I like to dial the low end back a little bit and turn up the resonance. So I gotta go back here to do that. So for reference, I'm setting the resonance on channel 3 at about 2 o'clock. See if that gets that low end response that I like. Man, it sounds awesome. Very punchy, very articulate. Really, really awesome sounding amplifier. Here, let's turn the presence up just a smidgen. Very gnarly, very dry sounding. Let's turn the gain up quite a bit here and just see what that does. I definitely like it with the gain up a little bit more. And one of the things that's really interesting is like the gain texture is very, very tight sounding. You know, if you compare this to like a dual rectifier or maybe even like a 𝗦𝗣𝗘𝗓𝗏 or something like that, the gain texture in those amplifiers sounds much looser to me. I don't know a better way to describe it, but the gain on this amp just seems much tighter. It seems much more in line with something like a 𝗦𝗣𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏 or a 𝗦𝗣𝗘𝗐𝗏𝗏𝗏, you know, to my ears at least. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Let's look at you guys' comments and suggestions. Show me all the comments, Facebook.
I want all the comments.
Nice, need a video. Hey, Bo, that's what I'm doing, man. Plug it in and play and you'll see. Oh, I saw. Here's my settings. Raf, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. Pretty similar to my settings. You play a little bit scooped. Although I don't know what your resonance setting is on the back, but it looks like you're playing about there, and then maybe that's up there, and then that's something like that. Very cool. I like your settings a lot. I think they sound really good. I prefer to have a little bit more mids in there, but to each their own. Ash! This is in reference to my Army of Darkness poster back there. Right back at you, man. Stand back. Haha! Yeah, no kidding. This thing is loud as balls. Hail to the king, baby! Another Army of Darkness reference. Really appreciate that. Don't look it in the eye. My only tip is that I normally love using an overdrive because I like super punchy and saturated chugs. Me too. With this amp, you don't need an overdrive. The red channel has more than enough gain to get you chugging, whether it's low tune guitars or drop C and up. Hope you enjoy your new hardware, man. Thanks, Jason. I have a feeling I'm going to try this with an overdrive anyways. Boost the blue channel with a good boost. A lot of boost suggestions. We're going to have to try that here in a second. One of the amps that definitely doesn't need a boost in my honest opinion. Does any amp really need a boost? I mean, I'm a metalhead. I boost everything. And just like that, I learned about your channel and now I'm a subscriber. Thank you for Facebook group comments. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, dude. So a lot of people are suggesting an overdrive, and maybe it's going to work better with the blue channel. We'll try it on both channels. Go back over here to the blue channel. We'll keep it where we had it set. And this is the blue channel with an overdrive. Definitely sounds killer. It took a lot of low end out. You can see I boosted that up quite a bit there. I could probably, actually, let's turn the low end back down here to 6 and let's boost the resonance in the back of the amp. Which means I gotta go back here. And I'm gonna put the resonance at about 3 o'clock. So for reference, here's the red channel with no boost. Yeah, it sounds ridiculous. It does remind me a lot of the tone on my OG-5150 that's back here, but it just sounds a little bit more refined, you know? The mids sound a little bit more present, and the tone just sounds a little bit tighter. than on the traditional 5150. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll have to do a shootout of these in the future. If that's something you guys want to see, definitely let me know in the comments. Let's go back to the red channel and see what that sounds like with the boost. Bet it's gonna sound ridiculous. That is loud as balls. Let's turn this down here a little bit. I don't know, man. I think it sounds great with a boost. Here's without a boost. I think it sounds killer with a boost. I think that this amp is dry enough to where if you throw a boost in front of it, it actually kind of makes the saturation a little bit smoother and wetter sounding. I'm probably doing a horrible job of explaining this, but to me, the amp sounds so dry on its own that when you add the boost into it, it really does add like this sort of compression and helps the notes bleed together just a little bit, because like I said, in my opinion, the amp is a little bit on the dry side, especially compared to like the old school 5150. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you liked it, definitely hit the like button, consider subscribing. Let me know what you would like to see in future videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Oh, that was sad.